Hey YouTubers, I am back. I am finally back after being gone for a long absence. So, let's show you what I got over the last couple months. And let's just start it off here. Now, starting off with this one, I managed to find this down at the Rogers sale, where I get most of my records at. But here is a copy of the Cocktail soundtrack from 1988. And believe it or not, this was still sealed when I first bought it. And I'll show you the record, show you that it's still of course it's going to be in good condition. Look at that. Excellent condition, not a scratch, and it sounds amazing. Even though it's been, let's see, released in 1988, so it's been about gotta be getting close to about 24, maybe 25 years after this, since this album's been out. So, I've listened to it a couple times, and I don't think I'll ever stop listening to it because it's such an amazing album, a great soundtrack. Now, I'll show you a couple more albums I got here, but because they're well, they're not doubles, but they're okay. So now, next two albums are by Fleetwood Mac, and I managed to find Rumors from 1977, and this is on the Warner Brothers label. And I just pulled something else out of there. Whoops. Of course, that was the book that came with it. It's, yeah, Warner Brothers label. Look at that. And this barely has any scratches on it. It sounds great. I've only listened to it once. And hands down, I would say this is probably maybe the best Fleetwood Mac album that's been out. Excuse me. And then moving on from 1982, we of course have another Fleetwood Mac album, Mirage. And I don't quite remember what label this was released on. And it's the same label, Fleetwood Mac, or excuse me, Warner Brothers label. And this was released in 1982. I have listened to it once. And I'm not complaining. It's a little bit of the 80s stuff that I've never got to hear from Fleetwood Mac. But if I had to rate this album out of 10, God bless it, get in there. No, don't fright me. I'd have to give this album a 9. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad. Like I said, it's some 80s style Fleetwood Mac I never get to listen to. Okay, next, and this is, I've heard the band before, but I never got to hear most of their stuff, but this is the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Hot Number, and I cannot remember when this album was released. I think this was released in let's see here. 1987 on the CBS record label. This is my first one of these labels. I've listened to this album once, and it's kind of like the rock that I like. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this album around for a while, and maybe maybe if I'm ever in another mood of playing records, I'll give this album another spin. But yeah, great album. this album too. This was the Knack, Get the Knack, and I believe this was released in 1979. Whoops, forgot there wasn't a cover in there. Yeah, released in 1979 on the Capitol record label. I have another one of these labels too. And the songs that I am familiar with on here, well, there's only one song I'm familiar with, and that's My Sharona. Oh, awesome song. That's one song I'm never going to get tired of because it's an awesome song. Heard that, been hearing that song, well, even before I was put here on this earth, but yeah, good album. And let's see, I've got another artist here that I have another album from. I'm going to look for it. Okay. I got two more here. I've got two more from Phil Collins. This is Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, and that I believe was released in 1982. Was it released in 82? It was released in 82. And this is on an Atlantic label I have never seen before. I've never seen this kind of Atlantic label before. But it's Blue label. The only song I know is the 5th track on side 1, You Can't Hurry Love. I've heard that one so many times. Awesome song. And I'm more familiar with songs on this album. This is No Jagger Required. And this was released in 1980. This was released in 85, I believe. Yeah, this was released in 1985. Another Atlantic label. I've got this Atlantic label, and there's another one that's on. It's another album. Can't remember, but songs that are most popular are Sussudio, One More Night, Don't Lose My Number, Take Me Home. Those songs I've got on his greatest hits album that came out in, I think, 2000. I only have that on CD. But this is an awesome album too. I can't get enough of Phil Collins. Take a pause here. And I'll be doing a video on this too. This is my Zigzag vapor pen. I've been using this for like 3 months, and if you want to quit smoking and use this instead, I would highly recommend it. Because really all you're doing is just in and exhaling vapor. And sure, maybe if nicotine's the only thing you put in your body that's going to be bad, okay. You don't want the tar. Okay. Let's get back on it. Next, another album from 1979. This is Van Halen 2. And here's the album. Here's the album cover, if you can see that. And here's some guitar poses on here. I thought this was really cool. Guitar poses. Here's the other side of that cover. And another Warner Brothers label. And I think I already said, yeah, this came out in this was out in 1979. So there's that. Record's in good condition. I've only listened to it once, And it looks like when I bought them, bought these records, I need to probably clean these up too. So I know I promised on my other channel I want to do a cleanup video of these records. So when I get around to it, I'll post one up. Just ripping it apart. Honest to God. There we go. Didn't want to fight me there. Okay. And next we have Wham! Make It Big from 1984. Don't judge me, I like some of this stuff. But yeah, here's a younger, that was George Michael and his partner when they were younger, probably in their early 20s, I would say. And most popular songs on this album, I'll show you the label. And this is on the Columbia label. And most popular songs that I know: Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Everything She Wants, Freedom, and there's a longer version of Careless Whisper. Now, Careless Whisper was also featured on George Michael's Ladies and Gentlemen, the Best of George Michael, that was out in 1998. And you don't, there's, but they cut the version down on the CD cut. So you get a longer version here on the vinyl release of when he was still with Wham. Okay. And I was so happy I found, got my first Kansas album, but here is Leftoverture. And I believe this was released in 1976. Yeah, 1976, and this is on the Kirshner label. I have never had a label like this either. Pick up a lot of good new label finds I'd like to have in my collection here. Carry On My Wayward Son was probably like the most popular song on this album. The other 8, I've only listened to this album once, but like the other eight songs are okay, but mainly I just wanted it for the very first track on this album. Got like 5 more here, and this will be the end of the first part. Okay, and here's got the Stray Cats, Built for Speed from, when was this out? 1982. This was out in 82. Another one from 1982, and here's the, no, yeah. But yeah, it's on the EMI America label. And all these songs were actually on 2 albums that were never released, or that were never released here in the United States. They were overseas, in another country over there. I cannot remember where. But all these songs are on the albums that were never released. But good songs, though. I'm just going to speed this up here because I'm going to try to keep these videos under, try to keep them under. And here's the next one, Boston, their debut release album from 1976. Not going to show you the record, so I think you pretty much get the idea here. Then we have Stevie Nicks, Belladonna. And the most popular song on here, I like Stop Dragging My Heart Around and Edge of 17. And this was out in 1981? This was out in 81. Was it out in 81? Oh, another label I never showed up for. Yeah, this is about 1981. This is the Modern Records label. I've never had a label like this either. So finding some really new labels here that I really like a lot. I'm getting to find and actually show them here. Two more. Here's Genesis Abacab. This was also from 1981. And let's see. Popular ones on here: Abacab, No Reply at All, Man on the Corner. Good songs on this one. I don't think this is another. No, this looks like a new label I've never seen before, but it's, this is another Atlantic label. Here we go. One more, and this ends part one. Here is from 1982, Toto 4. I have a cassette release of this, but like halfway, the tape just goes, and the sound goes on, and it sounds horrible like right after that. But but pretty much every song on this album is not bad. I like Rosanna, Make Believe, and then Africa is a real popular one that I like. Okay. Alright, and that's going to do it for this first part of my vinyl update. Okay. Part 2 will be on its way, and I will see you there in part 2. Peace.